Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we have more leaks coming out from the set of Superman, and before we continue I must stress this could be considered as a spoiler for the movie, so you have been warned. But with that said, we have a super exciting set video and a bunch more images for us to take a look at. So join me as we fly back into the DC universe. Leaked set video for new Superman movie reveals shocking takedown of the Man of Steel and surprise DCU cameos. So we are getting more looks at more DC characters, which is really exciting. Can't wait to see which other characters are going to be popping up. So this week has had the biggest reveal from the new Superman movie, with our first look at David Corenswet as Clark Kent on set. However, this week has brought even more surprises. As filming continued into the afternoon, we spotted Ultraman and the Engineer, alongside the Creature Commandos and Rick Flag Sr. from Peacemaker Season 2. So that's 3 new characters, Ultraman, the Engineer, and the Creature Commandos Rick Flag Sr., which is great to see, guys. We are going to go through those pictures, so just bear with me while we just get through this news quickly. So now a set video has surfaced, showing Ultraman pinning the Man of Steel to the ground, binding his hands, and then lifting him to his feet, as the Engineer, Flag Sr., and military personnel watch on. The video continues with Ultraman walking Superman down the street, while Metropolis' greatest superhero converses with Flag Sr. It's speculated that Argos is involved, and Ultraman's appearance is sure to spark significant discussion in the coming months. Rumour has it that Lex Luthor creates his Superman clone using the hero's DNA, but this clone is even larger than the 6'4" Corenswet. How much do you want to bet that when the villain's mask is inevitably torn off, it will reveal the monstrous visions of Bizarro? I mean, that would be super cool, having Bizarro in a Superman movie. I would love to see that. Be kind of wacky, kind of quirky. But then again, we're getting a Superman who wears his underwear on the outside, so it's kind of quirky anyway. But guys, anyway, let's jump into these posts. That's what we're here for. Let's take a look at this set video of Superman being taken down by Ultraman, and then let's jump into the images after and dissect them as well. So guys, landing over here on X, let's take a look at this set video. This post comes to us from Michael Norman. Superman played by Corenswet, led away in cuffs by unknown Metropolis villains and thugs on the streets of Cleveland. Superman movie filming outside Cleveland City Hall, transformed into Metropolis City Hall. So let's take a look at this set video here. This looks to be really awesome. Really not sure what's going on here, why Superman has been taken down, but let's jump into the video anyway. So here we go in 3, 2, 1.
No. What does that look like to you?
There's like the Catwoman.
Nice.
Oh yeah, just walk right towards those guys. Actually, we can put the power in the cars. So yeah guys, there we go. That was the set video there coming out of the Superman set. As you can see, we've got all the military guys. And then we see David Corenswet's Man of Steel in the middle, sort of being pinned to the ground by Ultraman by the look of it. And yeah, and then he's being walked down the street in cuffs, led away by the military. And we see the Engineer as well to the right. We have David Corenswet here in the middle. Then we have Ultraman to the right in the all black. Looks a bit like Noir from The Boys. And then we have the Engineer to the right of Ultraman. And then they're kind of being led away in the street. Not sure what the context for this is. Why Superman is being arrested. Is he being mistaken for some sort of criminal? Did he break the law for some reason? We'll have to wait and see until the film's released as to the context of what this scene is, but I thought this video was awesome. I wanted to show it to you guys. But yeah, I'm very, very intrigued as to what is exactly going on here in this scene. But guys, with this video down, let's jump into the images that we have to look at as well. So moving on to our next post here, this comes to us from DC Verso. For everything Superman, new photo from the set reveals that Frank Grillo, Rick Flag Sr., will appear in Superman. He's arresting Superman along with the engineer, played by Maria Gabriela De Faria. Let's have a look at this first image here. So again, this is from that set video that we just looked at, but these pictures will give us a little bit more in-depth. They're pretty high quality as well, which is great. They're not that blurry, which is really good. So we see Superman here in the middle. We got Rick Flag Sr. here on the left. We've got Ultraman behind, kind of leading Superman away with his hands in cuffs behind his back. Then we've got the engineer to the right here, surrounded by all these military guys as well. I've always been baffled in Superman movies why they have military guys on site, because obviously their bullets don't do anything to Superman, so it's kind of pointless them being there. But I guess you have to have them there to a certain point. Whether they're effective or not, it kind of fills out the scene. It would look a bit empty without them being there. So I get it from a movie perspective, but again, their bullets aren't really going to do a lot against Superman. But yeah, this image is super cool. I love this picture, guys. I think it looks great. Again, I don't really consider this a spoiler. It doesn't really give us the context of what's going on here or why Superman has been arrested. But anyway, let's move on to the next image. So in the next one, we just get a close-up look here of Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. I love this actor. He can do no wrong in my opinion. He's pretty much great in anything that he's in. I loved him when he was playing, is it Crossbones he was playing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I think it's Crossbones. Something, his name's similar to that, but he was excellent in that role, and I'm sure he's going to kill it as Rick Flag Sr. Can't wait to see what his involvement is within this scene and why they're taking down Superman. So let's go on to the next post. So we have another post here from DC Verso again, and it says, I think we all know who this villain is. And let's check out these images. This one's a bit more close-up image, really cool, really good quality again. I really love it, the fact that it's not too blurry and we can actually make out what we're looking at. So again, David Quarrensweat here, Man of Steel, got his hands behind his back, obviously handcuffed. Whether it's some sort of special kind of Kryptonian handcuffs that he can't get out of, I would assume it has to be something like that. Otherwise, what would be the point in putting regular handcuffs on him? Obviously, they did that in the Man of Steel movie when Henry Cavill was arrested by the military. You remember that scene where he's walking down the hallway and he's got the handcuffs on, and it's kind of like, why would they even bother? Obviously, he can get out of it pretty easy. But we get a great look here at what is being called Ultraman. And I'm not that familiar with this character. I'm not sure what superpowers he has, but he looks like Black Noir from The Boys. That's what a lot of people online are saying. He looks pretty damn cool. Some sort of secret agent or of some kind, but his costume looks pretty cool. Very wacky. I love the kind of the cowl with the goggles here, all in black with the U on his chest. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Can't wait to see what this character is going to be doing and his involvement within this scene. On to the next one. It's kind of the same image, but we get a good look at the engineer here to the right. The engineer is going to be an interesting character. I don't think we've had the engineer in live action before, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to be very interested to see how she fits into this narrative. On to the next one. And again, Superman being led away by Ultraman with the military personnel behind him. I think these images are super cool, guys. Definitely let me know what you think about this. The military being there, I think, is kind of cool. Whether they've got Kryptonian bullets or not, that's kind of to be seen. But they wouldn't be very effective otherwise. But yeah, I love this Ultraman costume. I think it looks great. The black and kind of dark costume, kind of juxtaposed against the kind of the bright, colourful nature of Superman's costume. I think that's a good kind of day and night kind of contrast there between the costumes. So let's move on to the next post again. So this post comes to us from DC Film News. David Quarrensweat is Superman. I like that. Just clean build title there. David Quarrensweat is Superman. And there's been a lot of mixed reactions online to what this costume looks like. I can tell you that for damn sure, man. There's a lot of people arguing about this. But from my point of view, I think it looks good. It doesn't look amazingly fantastic in my opinion. But until we see it on screen in action with the correct color grading on top of the movie to kind of bring out the costume and what it's going to finally look like, then I think it's hard to judge from these kind of set pictures. A lot of people are saying it looks like cosplay. There's a lot of people that aren't happy with the kind of the piping, the indentation around the costume of the suit. I think it looks cool at certain angles, sorry. It kind of catches the light. and we get that kind of shading from the pattern on the costume. So I think it looks okay. I'm not a big fan of the logo. I think the S doesn't look that good in my opinion. But the rest of the costume, it looks fine. But I'm going to reserve judgment until we actually see it properly, properly color corrected and adjusted on screen in post production. So try to hold off your judgment till then, guys, if possible. I know it's difficult, but like I say, a lot of debate, a lot of discourse about this costume. So let's move on to our final post and images of this video. So again, we have another post here from DC Film News. New images of David Corenswet's Clark Kent in Superman. So we finally get a look to see what his alter ego of Clark Kent is going to look like. And there was a lot of people that were very unhappy with what this looks like. I mean, the guy looks like he has a perm. I mean, the hair is kind of crazy. It looks very 90s, very late 80s, early 90s possibly with this perm. It looks very different to other iterations of Clark Kent that we've had with this kind of crazy hair. And looking at this second image as well, he's kind of looking directly at the camera in this image by the look of it. But I don't really care all that much what Clark Kent looks like, if I'm honest. It could be a 50-50 kind of thing, but whether his hair is crazy and he's got a perm, I don't really care. As long as the character's written well and he's compelling, then I don't really care all that much about his hair. But there is a lot of people that are very, very upset about what this kind of first look at Clark Kent is. And I kind of get it to a point, but again, as long as the character is written well and we get a good story, that's the most important thing. But guys, that's kind of the last image we're going to take a look at. Let's hop back over to the article quickly before we finish off. So let's just finish off with this bit of extra information for those of you who may not know. So Superman will also star Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern, that's one of my most anticipated characters in the DCU going forward, Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl, and Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. Sarah Sampino is on board as Lex Luthor's assistant or lover, Eve Techmacher. Pruitt Taylor Vince and Neva Howell will play Ma and Pa Kent, and Millie Alcock's Supergirl is also rumoured to make her debut ahead of her own Women of Tomorrow movie. It's yet to be seen whether we're going to get set leaks that have Supergirl in it. That's going to be very curious over the next few weeks as filming continues and as these set leaks continue to come out. Will we see Supergirl in these set leaks? I'm really, really curious as to whether we're going to get that. But that's yet to be confirmed. We're still not sure exactly how these other superheroes will factor into the story, but Gunn has previously revealed that Superman's dual life as both Clark Kent and the Man of Steel will be explored in the film, suggesting these characters will be his super friends. Whether they'll be a part of an actual team or not remains to be seen. So yeah guys, that's kind of where we are. I mean, these set leaks, I think they're super cool. Seeing Superman being arrested here is always that kind of shocking image, because you think of Superman as a kind of a indestructible force of nature that no one can take down. But when you see Superman being arrested in these kind of set images, it's kind of a bit shocking, a bit jarring, thinking that Superman's being taken down by someone. But I'm very, very curious as to see how this plays out within the movie. It's going to be interesting whichever way it goes. But guys, I throw it off to you. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think about this set video? And what do you think about these images being released that feature Ultraman, Rick Flag Sr. and the Engineer? What do you think is going on in this scene? Does it get you more excited for the movie? Whatever your thoughts, comments and opinions may be, drop them down into the comment section. Hit that like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.